Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Casting the Spotlight episode number 195.
Oh yeah.
We are getting close.
It's a big one.
We are getting close to that 200. That's crazy. It doesn't even necessarily feel like it, but it seems like it's coming at a cool time of the year to have it, you know?
Yeah.
And that just, who knows? We've been so consistent but inconsistent towards the beginning and not knowing when that 200 mark, would happen or if it would happen, at one point. But obviously we're getting close and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It'll fall probably somewhere within that holiday stretch.
Oh, yeah. We started getting the movies going, the horror films, of course, for the for the list.
It's begun.
It has. It has. Got some of the lights up and things going, but it's slowly making its way in, I would say.
We'll cover some of that even within the movie segment today.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, I guess as we sit here on September 11th, 2025, we can, acknowledge all the people that were, remembered that day, like the people that we should remember from that day that actually made a difference and saved a whole lot of lives and,
all the lives that were lost.
all the lives that were lost
as well, yeah.
Pay tribute to that, but...
we were kind of talking about it off air, just like the...
Throwing on World Trade Center, man.
Yeah. Just the, how terrifying and horrific being in some of those situations would be,
Oh, yeah. Well, there's people up in the plane and, United Airline, 93... the fourth plane that people still think to this day was supposed to crash maybe into the White House or somewhere else like that. Just the balls on the people, the citizens that were up in the plane with the terrorists. I can't even imagine just how terrifying it was once everybody knew the situation and basically they were not going to get out of this alive either way.
Yeah.
It's just that is just, but just the fucking courage that the guys up in that plane, everybody that wasn't the terrorists at least were no, we're fucking taking this back and we are not letting you fulfill your mission. That's,
Yeah, it's
I can't imagine.
Crazy to have to come to the realization in the moment to do something like that,
Mm-hmm. Have you seen I think they made two movies over it. There's Flight 93 and United 93.
I don't think I've seen them.
Maybe I've seen both of them maybe, but they were way spread out. But they were both on that story. So
yeah, that's
but yeah, it
I mean just that day in general. Yeah, everything that happened. All in all. It's crazy to think that that this is the day, 14 years.
I know.
It almost feels like, I mean, I guess that's just how things go, but it almost feels like it's a little bit less remembered the way it should be.
No, I definitely agree. Well, and the people that they're that are born after the towers fell, it's kind of I don't know. They'll be curious about it, but I don't know if they'll feel
understand
the gravity. Yeah, the gravity of it, and what it meant, what happened.
I mean, I was young, so I just remember blips and moments.
But we also had, and I was telling somebody about this today, is we also had all those assemblies over it. We'd go there.
I mean, yeah, we were in school.
We would the next several years.
The second, the third anniversaries,
Yeah.
So,
I remember in junior high, we were there was a whole assembly, paying, tribute to everybody that was, just remembering all the lives that were lost, and it was upwards of obviously 3,000. And for a long time, that was a thing still,
Yeah.
But.
And I mean, that's why I still try to at least acknowledge and make a post on the day.
Oh, yeah. I shared a couple things, but I need to probably say something.
But yeah, it is like Pearl Harbor, same thing. There's a Pearl Harbor Day. It was a very tragic American event.
Yeah.
But it's been so long now that like a lot of the people that were there when it happened have passed. So
it'll be a long time before, obviously,
that happens with 9/11.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's hard to understand. I feel like if you weren't here,
it just feels like even through time, things just kind of the pain of the situation, because also we fought in a war for a long time. We got Saddam, we got Osama, so there were those moments, but still the memories should always be there.
Oh yeah, well, and it helps too that like at least at that time in 2001, like there is all this video and like stuff from it, and there's like the one video of the North Tower being hit, and I think it wasn't too long after that the South Tower got hit, but there's like one video of the first one. I mean, because that's just by pure luck. Like, oh shit, I was recording during this. You know what I mean? Like nobody knew that was gonna happen. Yeah. The South Tower, the North Tower was already hit, so so they're like, oh, this is not, like, everybody was just kind of filming that being in flames, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it just, the gravity of the situation,
the other one.
It was still, like, unknown because the South hadn't been hit, the Pentagon hadn't been hit.
At that point, they thought it could have been an accident,
Yeah, and then by the time the South Tower was hit, it was obviously not an accident. You know what I mean? And like it to a lot of people, and like I remember Mom telling me that, like Brian, like they were on the phone or whatever, and he said that it was not he's like, oh, that was not an accident, because like both of them get hit. Like, come on, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's an orchestrated attack. So yeah, it was not a great time in American history, that's for sure. But man, if everybody could reunite like that now, that would be something else. Because like we were fucking, nothing else mattered than the unified solidarity of our families and country as a whole. Then like no other traits of yourself, who you vote for, what you believe in, whether you believe in a God or not, what color you are, nothing fucking else mattered. All that mattered was the safety of the citizens.
Yeah.
And like, during times like this, like it just, we need to feel safe. Like that's when whenever people get scared, like people are more outrageous and you don't know, unpredictable, that's a good word for it, when like they're really fearful, you know what I mean? And those are the people that do those kinds of things.
Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, like a lot of modernly, I mean, I don't know, we don't have to get too deep into it, but a lot of like
just
modern society, no matter where you stand necessarily, it's just like things feel like on a crash course, it feels like the car is already on fire.
Oh yeah.
And that's like just kind of a sad and bad place to be as a whole. Like the United States, like do we feel that at this moment,
Yeah. I don't know. It definitely
I try to dive into wrestling and sports and movies, and I for the most part I can distract, and that's what most of this podcast is about, for good reason. But like
it's also our platform to talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, also just acknowledging that the climate feels just kind of like brutal and unforgiving.
Yeah.
And like in a lot of ways just the opposite of what the United States stands for,
It does for sure. that hasn't fully been symbolic of the way it feels, I would say too. But it's also because a lot of people live on the internet, so like if you're being fed so much negative information,
that's the problem nowadays,
you also
too.
think that's some people think this, and they're such in their own little world too, and like it's different when you interact, as we were talking about, like even off air, and like whenever you interact and talk to people in person, you're like, wow, you're like, I wonder how many people even know that, because like really they're like, people's stances are not always what people think. And like the ironic thing is people are like, oh, don't stereotype or whatever, but like, you know, it's like you are stereotyping by believing people think what you think. You just assume what they believe, you know what I mean? You don't know on a personal basis what people feel and think. Most of us are very complex and have more than just, you know, if you know anything about anything, you have a very differing opinion on like where several of issues stand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like than just one side or another.
That's the thing about the two-party system, is it sucks. Honestly, it sucks. Yeah. But
the fucking founding fathers knew if we got to this point, it would be us against them, but we're from within, not from us versus someone else. Like it is the last 20 years, especially, or even it's kind of slowly started becoming that. Especially the last 10.
Yeah.
But
feeling like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody could ever do anything, by and large, like to us from the outside, and I do feel confident saying that. This is the thing though about the founding fathers, like they knew that if anything was going to fold on itself, as what we were talking about earlier off air, it's going to be from within. And that seems way closer to happening than anybody being a threat per se on the outside of us.
Yeah, I mean,
because I don't think temps are that high outside. I think temps are higher inside the State of the Union than us versus anyone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that there's just a bridge that we can't cross.
Oh, we're there.
You know what I mean? I know, and definitely, yeah. So, I know. We gotta fucking take, man, like, I wish there was just some of that spirit, like, the following months, it was probably, you know, if we had been a little older, we'd be able to articulate a little better, but, like, even knowing that history and being alive then, it being of a certain age, like, it was, I mean, for probably months, maybe even close to a full year, just nothing else mattered than, like, the Union, like, meaning the United States, like, the solidarity was all that mattered. You know what I mean? Everybody is an American, and that's what comes first.
Yeah.
You know, one people. And, like, I wish that energy would be here now. You know? But unfortunately, it takes some of the craziest shit for anybody to, like, ever wake up and realize, like, oh shit, like, what the fuck have we been doing? You know? So.
I mean, that's the sad part about it, is it always does take drastic things for change. A lot of times. That's really the sad truth of history. People kind of like grow the way they grow, think the way they think, things reach a point. Drastic things bring people together.
Oh yeah.
Like,
dude,
and you know, nobody obviously ever wants
it's just
that.
Dangerous because, man, like,
it's
we have to retain our right, and not to get too far into that, because, like, I'm ready to go on pretty soon here to the segment, obviously. But no, I just want to say it's just scary because, you know, even doing this podcast, like, we want to say, obviously there's certain lines we're not going to cross, and we're not those kind of human beings anyway, as far as, like, what we say and do, you know, on here. But, like, you should be able to talk about the things you want to talk about and believe in, and don't want to, you know, oh, I'm about this, I'm not about that. You should be able to articulate that with no pressure or threat from anyone else. You know what I mean?
People.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is, and I'm not
Down
necessarily making direct comparison here. I'm not necessarily saying this. Okay, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, assassinated for speaking out about what they believe and causing disruption within the fucking, you know, within you know, obviously the eras were different in several of their times, but that's not a good like sign. Like that's either a turning point in like what we were talking about earlier, one way or another, and it's just not it's never a good message when that kind of shit happens. You know?
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it should never be a celebrated thing for anybody to be killed.
Yeah.
For. I mean, I'm not even necessarily like saying that, you know, obviously the country celebrated. We were just speaking about
I think
Bin Laden died,
mostly,
things like that.
Mostly, yeah, I will say, like, people, you know, about Charlie Kirk and everything, rest in peace, because that's brand new news, too, obviously, within the last day.
Yeah.
Most people were, like, you know, decent about being respectful about it. You know what I mean? It wasn't that big of a percentage that I saw, at least. Maybe I only saw so much.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a handful of things.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, for somebody to just speak opinions and views that you don't like and be killed is like, that's not, you should never
it's part of our
celebrate that.
Constitute, you can express yourself however you like. That's part of the whole fucking thing. The whole reason you can protest is because you are here in the United States. You go to another country, yeah, that shit's not gonna fucking fly.
Yeah.
They'll kill your ass, or they're just not gonna allow that to happen, arrest you, you know. That's part of the beauty of here too, is like you can you can do that. But it's like we got into an ugly place, and I just ultimately, you know, it's just a place we've got to find our way out of, or it's like, you know, what we were talking about earlier. I think it's a much sooner than later that some part of society will fold on itself and just crumble, like, because it'll be chaos and anarchy, and that's just a place we can't be.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to even be like, oh, this is fear-mongering, whatever, but like these kind of events are stuff that can trigger so much more. You know what I mean? And that's what we have to be careful of. Not even downplaying at all, because that was a fucking horrific situation. But this kind of thing, you will, I promise on everything, you will see the aftermath of it, and it is not going to be in your favor. Not you, but you know what I mean? Yeah, you're like, eh. But no, it's not like this is.
I don't think it's just going to be in anybody's favor.
No, it's not.
It's not going to be.
It didn't either
favor.
way.
It's not going to be in favor for
a horrific message.
Yeah, it's
so. That murder is. Oh, okay. Well, let's just. You know, highly publicized.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the thing is. You know, we kind of talked about it off air. It's like. There shouldn't even be an argument. I know that the Minnesota politician that was a Democrat was also assassinated, her and her husband. Like, yeah, that is also very, very wrong and horrible.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make
tragic.
Yeah.
It's like, but it shouldn't be a...
It's not a competition of...
Who's, you know... Yeah. It shouldn't be right to... Oh, I don't like what you're trying to do or what you believe in. I'm gonna kill you.
Then beat him in an election. That's how we solve our shit here. Like, if you can't, that's the fucking way it is.
Just be able to gun him down.
No, that's fucking crazy. And for anybody, like, there's a fuck ton of stuff I disagree with on both sides too, and agree with. But I'm like, there's no part of me that is like, oh man, they fucking deserve this. Like, that's crazy fucking talk. And if you're talking like that, I don't want to be near you, and I don't want to speak for you, but I think you would agree but like I don't want to be near you. I don't want you in my fucking space because that is a crazy fucking far out there opinion to have.
Yeah.
To be okay with that being the case, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't know, man. I wish.
Obviously, there's horrible people out there that do horrible things.
Oh yeah.
And they got what's coming to them.
Hopefully.
But
no buts.
There's times
no,
when you're like, you gotta realize, like, when somebody just speaks in a way you don't like, doesn't agree with you, that doesn't mean it's okay that they get killed.
No, and that shouldn't, like many of these stupid ass issues that have come up in the last especially 10 years, this shouldn't even be a fucking debate at all. That's not like even a thing that needs nuance to be like, oh yeah, that's fucking immoral and that's lunatic shit. And people are starting to see through the cracks finally now and realize that some of the stuff that has been going on is very fucking wrong and fucked up and is going to mess this country up permanently if we don't get out of it sooner than later.
Yeah.
So I don't think we said anything disparaging, obviously. So I'm like, and that's not where I don't think either of our hearts come from in this kind of conversation either. So it's like, all I want is just not for this to be normalized. Like, I don't want this to be, oh, this is how we solve this. It's like, we're just going to start fucking killing people on both sides that we don't like what they have to say. That's part of the Constitution. You can present your opinion without, you might be judged or criticized for it, but like that's part of it, especially if you are in the limelight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in no way, shape, or form or fashion does that fucking give you the right to do anything or take somebody's life from them and their kids and their wife and their children, you know what I mean? Like they're just their livelihood, you know? So
yeah.
It's
no
matter who it is,
it's a dark time.
I know.
In ways.
We're trying to fucking make it better.
Just in all ways. Like I even kind of said to you earlier, it's like there have been more political deaths on both sides in the past less than a decade than there have been through almost like all of American history combined. It's like, why does it feel like it's okay to just, I don't agree with you, fuck it. And some people stand for that, you know? Yeah, no, if somebody was unjustly, like, if that happened, like, I would speak about it no matter what, especially if it was something that I, that was, like, in the news and that I actually saw on there. I actually don't think I saw, and that's the thing, because I saw some people saying, oh, what about this? And what, I'm not trying to play fucking whataboutisms with the fucking left on these things, and, like, it's not a comparison of death. Like, maybe one is more politicized and, like, newsworthy, or at a higher, it just got more traction on social media kind of thing. But that was also like his influence and whatnot too. So like that had a part to play. It doesn't make it it doesn't make any of it more right or wrong or whatever. It's all fucked up, and it's a place we shouldn't be. Yeah. But I don't know. That's just not the answer. And like all those people that like I named and stuff, all the leaders especially, that they're like, they criticize it. It's like all those people made a huge impact in this nation's like history. And you might not have agreed with everything, but it's like the disruptors and the ones that really make a difference are the ones that they're like, let's fucking get after that person. You know what I mean? And all of them did. Like people even debate to this day, the Reconstruction would have been so much different if Lincoln hadn't been killed, shortly after he won his second term, Yeah. It's like, because he would have served the whole rest of the term and then moved on and stuff, and it probably would have changed the course of history in a dramatic way because of the weight of the impact president that he was. So, one of the most remembered of all time.
Oh yeah,
the man.
He's the man.
Lincoln.
It's like coming out for a match. Alrighty, well after that, hopefully, alright, we are ready to move on to this or that. Hard pivot.
Very hard.
But
wanna
26
flip on the
minutes
game
in?
real quick.
Yeah, we can. Let's do it. But I think, are you reading first this time? I think I read first to you last time.
All
So I
right.
think you're reading
Sounds
first.
good.
Alright.
All right, so let's do it. This is a pretty easy topic, honestly. Condiments shouldn't be too hard.
No, it probably won't be.
Your main is going to be ranch.
Ranch! Alright.
I know you like ranch, you know,
Oh, yeah.
but and that's the thing. Ranch is a little versatile, so it might
Oh,
actually
definitely. It's one of the most.
be decent on this list.
Or maybe we're just born in the Midwest, so we just use it.
Yeah,
for
that's the
fucking
thing.
everything.
People like y'all are just white and from Missouri. So.
I mean, that's, it might be fair. I don't know, but I've just fucking grown up with it and used it.
Very true.
But,
Same
like,
here.
it's great with chicken, with, like, even potatoes and fries and all that shit.
Oh yeah,
You know?
dude, Jack in the Box, their ranch on some tacos and burgers. It's like the
Oh,
one
yeah.
ranch I dunk tacos in. You know, you don't do that with ranch. All right, so your first up is going to be ranch or soy sauce.
Ranch.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
sure, yeah.
here's the thing: most Chinese or like Asian food products, I'm going to put soy sauce over like fried rice and an egg roll, things like that, and it's fire. So I actually quite like soy sauce,
Yeah.
but ranch is much more versatile.
I think it just, soy sauce is like, once you eat it, I've eaten it in so many things too, like of the Chinese food. I'm like, I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't want it as, I don't really want any condiment like too much, I guess, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would definitely say ranch for that.
All right,
Ranch.
ranch up 1-0.
Fried lice.
Next up, we got ranch or tartar sauce.
Oh man, see that's one of the ones that like tartar sauce. It's great for fish, you know.
Yeah. Some
but
seafood products, mainly fish.
mainly fish, mainly. But there is a lot of types of fish.
Mainly
Let's go
like
with a lot of
fried
that stuff.
No, fried,
Yeah, like
fried
breaded fish.
Yeah.
That's true. I'd probably have to go with ranch on that one again. Probably knocking that shit off.
All right.
But yeah, tartar's good, man. Like I love like the Filet-O-Fish. I think it's fucking tremendous.
Yeah.
But that piece of cheese is kind of sketchy. Not gonna lie. I saw a meme that said that, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
man,
haven't
I've
had
always
Filet-O-Fish
felt that
in
way.
years.
I haven't either. I've always felt that way whenever you saw it, because it's almost like a half piece, and it looks fucking weird.
It's hard and shit.
Yeah, you're like, is this thing like plastic? Or
It's
what?
kind of like it kind of seems like a Play-Doh or something.
Yeah.
Just like
You'd
melted on
almost
top.
be better
You're
off
like,
not getting cheese.
Yeah. The tartar sauce kind of covers it up.
It's true. It's
and
good.
the cheese is good with the fish. It's just like it
Yeah.
looks sketch.
You could put your own piece of cheese on it too.
Yeah. That's
But yeah.
true too.
But yeah, tartar's good, but I think for the versatility especially, I think I'm gonna have to go with the ranch.
All right. Ranch is up 2-0. Is this more of a Midwest thing, this next one? I don't really know. Ranch or marinara sauce? It's been on like mozzarella sticks, toasted ravs.
Toasted ravs, baby. You could put it
It's-
on.
It's pretty fire.
You could put it on a lot of stuff. I don't know, man. I do really like the taste of marinara, and like if it comes down to it too, I know they're doing the whiteout thing, but I don't have any white, so I got the white shorts on, but I don't have a Packers white.
Whiteout
Yeah.
Packers jerseys.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
because it's Thursday night.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Speaking of, you know,
I
your
do
main
really.
topics ranch, and they got whiteout jerseys. What do you know?
I don't know. The taste is really close because I really like marinara sauce with what it's like good with too. But I might have to lean ranch still. Maybe by a little hair. That is close because I really like marinara sauce too.
All right. So ranch, man, it's cleaning the board. 3-0.
And this is gonna make me look like the whitest boy on this side of Mississippi.
Next up, we got
man.
we got the Hidden Valley White Boy Ranch.
Hidden Valley. No, I have. Yeah, I think I have some Hidden Valley in there. But honestly, I do agree with people that are like, sometimes the singles of ranch are better, like, for sure. Maybe it's just because it's a petite amount, and that's why.
It's like, dude, the Jack in the Box, like buttermilk ranch, that shit is so fire.
Even the McDonald's one's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, what'd you have next?
We got ranch, or we got Dijon mustard, or spicy brown mustard.
That's not bad, but I'm gonna have to go with ranch on that one too.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't really buy
on like
it.
a ham or a turkey sandwich is pretty good.
Yeah,
but
it's not bad. Don't you think Gouda cheese is like underutilized? Like it's on almost nothing. It's on like the brisket.
I buy the slices of it sometimes.
Do you?
For like
Just to eat it?
Sandwiches.
Okay.
But yeah,
it's good.
I feel
it's really
it's
like
kind of like an underrated cheese.
Nobody really like talks about it other than like one thing they use it for.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's pretty good.
Look like chicken and
it's
turkey,
like a
I feel
smoked
like it's
cheese.
pretty good.
You know?
Yeah. So you would go with ranch.
Yep. Ranch is whooping some ass. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a tougher back half of the board, I feel like, but we'll see. Next up, we got ranch, or we got honey mustard. In the mustard category. No.
I know, mustard is good, man. Like, the honey mustard is good. I definitely like it more than the Bichon mustard.
It's Dijon. You said Bichon like
Did I?
Bichon Robinson.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Dijon. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Sorry, there's a Dijon out there that's pissed off.
Bichon's like Bichon Robinson, man. He's just on the mind or watching football.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. Well, not definitely,
Big in fantasy.
but I think I still am gonna go ranch on that one.
Hell yeah, dude. Honey mustard.
But I like honey mustard.
On a side note, though, in Sausage Party, Danny McBride voicing honey mustard.
Yeah,
that shit was great.
Well, Danny McBride doing almost anything. It's fucking great. To be fair, that's the thing. I think I've only still watched Sausage Party once to this day.
Yeah, he was the like product that got, because they thought it was like going to heaven or like being taken to the outer realm, you know, like leaving the store. And he was one of the products that got returned and like brought back to the shelf because he was never opened. And he saw what happened to the products out there. And he's just like flipping out on everybody. He's like, "Get the fuck off me, ketchup!" He's like, "You don't know what the fuck I've seen."
Damn.
Honey mustard, man.
Danny McBride.
Alright, so
Yeah.
you would still go with the ranch.
I think I'm still gonna go with ranch. That
So
one's
it's got
close
a
too. Like honey mustard.
5-0 sweep, so at the worst, it's gonna split even.
Yep. Side note too, on a brat, I think I figured out that honey mustard works too, but barbecue and either yellow mustard or honey mustard is great on a brat, you know. And then I always do the hot ketchup and mustard on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Tremendous. That's the American way, baby. It really is.
Yeah, it's the classic.
Yeah. Just that old, like Simpsons probably just thing of mustard.
Alright,
That's
so ranch, man.
Oh yeah.
It's whooping some damn ass.
It's doing well.
I don't know if it's gonna continue to do well though. We will see. Ranch or buffalo sauce.
Buffalo sauce?
Yeah.
Huh. Not the same as hot sauce? I mean it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Some buffaloes taste a little strange to me, but a lot of times, like McDonald's buffalo sauce is so fucking good that, like, I don't know, man. It just elevates buffalo sauce altogether too.
Yeah.
But I would probably lean maybe a little bit in favor of buffalo sauce on that one.
Yeah, you like the hot shit.
I do. Love it. Want it to burn my mouth off. No, I like hot. I like as spicy as you can make it while it's still tasting good above just the spice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's basically what I want. But yeah, I want it to taste it really good too. And that's what McDonald's got down, man, because theirs is fucking tremendous.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you, like, when we had our place, you always stocked up on that when we, like, got McDonald's.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get, like,
No,
the
I always-
max amount of
I would always
buffalo
ask for
sauce.
like 6 of them. Like way more than I needed for whatever I ordered.
Alright, so buffalo sauce for the win.
Oh yeah.
It's on the board, the against team. Next up, we got ranch or we got barbecue.
All right. Well, I don't know. I do like barbecue sauce a lot too. That one is a little tough, also.
And there's many different kinds of barbecue.
There
sauce,
is.
too,
There
I know.
is.
I thought about making it like honey barbecue, but
I've been buying. What I really been buying is the Sweet Baby Ray's or whatever, the sweet and spicy one. Oh, that one's so good.
yeah, I get the
'Cause it's a perfect-
mesquite one from Sweet Baby Ray's.
Oh, really?
sometimes.
That is such a good combination, like the sweet and spicy one for barbecue. I don't know if it's just like the way it sounds right now or not, but I think I might have to rule in favor of barbecue.
Yeah,
On
I
that
feel
one.
like if
It's
I
good,
make
especially
a
with chicken.
plate, yeah, if I make a plate of like chicken fries and or something like,
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's kind of funny to put them against each other because I tend to stop them on the 4th down, went for the touchdown, man. But I tend to like put barbecue and ranch both on the plate. A lot of times,
Yeah.
I get like a plate of chicken or
Oh
something.
yeah. I almost always fill up like at least 2 dipping cups in there, and like they're always
Chicken
different sauces.
tenders or fries or something. Yeah,
'Cause
honey
I'm like-
mustard's good with chicken.
It's fun to like make the combo something different. Like, oh, I'll make it honey mustard and barbecue. I'll make it ketchup and hot sauce. I'll make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just switch them up, and which I
so
do
you
all
never
the
get
time.
tired of it.
Oh yeah. So, and sometimes I'll mix hot sauce with ranch and make it a buffalo kind of sauce.
Yeah,
So that's good too. What was it?
it was you picked barbecue.
I did.
Over ranch. So 2 on the board now. Next up, we got ranch or we got relish.
Ranch.
Ranch, yeah.
Ranch. Ultimately, I like dill a lot more than sweet relish, but I'm still willing to eat sweet.
I feel
also.
like relish is good on like a hot dog
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I feel too.
I'm
It's
not putting
gotta
it
be
on a
s-
brat. I'm not putting it on a burger. It's kind of hot dog only thing.
Although I'm sure I probably squeezed it onto a burger whenever it's like a barbecue and they got hot dogs and hamburgers, and I'm just like, oh man, all these condiments and just putting everything on
Yeah.
everything because it just sounds so good. You know, maybe you swam that day and you're like, fuck, I want to eat everything.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Yeah, definitely ranch on that one.
All right.
I think dill would slap the fuck out of sweet relish though.
Yeah, I'd say so too. Sweet relish isn't bad. Though.
It's not bad. I'll still eat it. But usually, if there's sweet relish there, I do. If I'm doing like 2 hot dogs, I'll do 1 hot dog with relish and then 1 without.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, next up we got ranch or mayonnaise.
ranch,
Ranch.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I feel
like
like
mayonnaise,
mayonnaise
though.
is very versatile too. Like
It
most lunch meat sandwiches, you can throw mayonnaise on it.
Dude, and because of like the eggs and like all the other just stuff that's in it too, a few months ago I had one in there that like it should have been fine and the expiration date wasn't for a while.
Goes
But-
bad. Yeah, once
No,
you open
yeah.
it though, it'll go bad if you don't use it.
But
after a while.
nothing before in the night, like, it made me feel weird. And the moment I put ranch, like, is just, or not ranch, mayonnaise, just probably dipping it, like, chicken in it or whatever. The moment I did that, and then I, like, ate some stuff with mayonnaise, that was, I think it was the mayonnaise, but I was like, it was still good, it was still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't anything until then. And what sucks is it was a pretty new bottle still. And then after that night, I was just kind of sketched out by it because I was like, I feel like it was that made me feel. Nothing else had done throughout the whole day. And then it was that. And I'm like, with the ingredients that's in that, I'm like, it could have been just somehow went bad quicker or, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was like, I don't know. I just didn't want to touch it after you have I mean, that's the way it is sometimes after you have a bad experience with something or like a food or like you're just like, you just don't. I need to buy some actually. I haven't bought any since then still.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I usually buy the olive oil, like craft one. That one's good. But maybe I'll do a different one just because that made me feel weird this last time. Things do that to you after, you're like, ugh. It's kind of like how sometimes whenever you get really sick, like say you're throwing up all day or whatever, and like you're just sweating and just
like
into a certain shirt.
Or Dukes.
You're like, you won't even wear that shirt again for a while. Yeah. You're like, now it's affiliated with me fucking barfing my lungs out. I don't want that memory in my mind every time I wear it. Kind of thing. Oh, man.
You like, sweat your ass off in that shirt while throwing up.
You're just sick,
like,
and, it's just, and then even if you wash it, you're just like, no. Now it's with that. I don't, like, it hasn't happened to me recently, but like when I was younger, maybe just, you have a bad experience, and then you're like forever turned off by something.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right, so you picked ranch.
I like mayonnaise though, but yeah, I would go that. I really like whenever it's like a sandwich with ham or maybe like turkey, and like especially with like mayonnaise with that, it goes well.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'll throw everything. Like I'll throw mayonnaise and then I'll throw like mustard on bologna with that sandwiches and just all the shit. You could ask Cheatham. We made some dope ass sandwiches at this place. That's always the way I say it. We did.
I know. I always keep some like lunch meat and condiments and cheese and bread in the house because I'm like,
I haven't eaten much bread.
Sandwich is like, it's an easy thing to.
It is.
Get home from work. I'll just make a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and like you're using it too, so you're like, all right, at least the bread's not going bad. You can make a sandwich even every day if you're like, I just want to, it's only a sandwich. It's not gonna blow up the calories too much.
Yeah.
But.
All right. Well, next up, last but not least, and this is why I had to make sure there was the difference. We got ranch or we got hot sauce.
Hot sauce. That was the quickest answer of all time.
Like Crystal or Frank's, What's your favorite hot sauce?
Probably the one that you buy from the store, Frank's original. Yeah. Frank's original. And I do like Frank's Buffalo also, but if I had to say one or the other, Frank's original is hotter and it's more versatile, where I don't want to use Buffalo because it's thicker and more, it's going to, you can tell the difference. But I would say the original. The original you can use on so much stuff. But the taste is just great, and it is spicy without it being like distasteful spicy. Like maybe if you're a fucking pansy, you won't be able to handle it. But like,
yeah, it kind of has that like.
But it's tasteful.
It kind of has a buffalo hot.
Yeah, even the original.
Yeah,
but you can get the buffalo too. But my thing is,
Frank's is probably my favorite hot sauce as well.
Especially from a from a
store,
place.
Yeah,
from a store that you can just buy it from. The Louisiana Crystal, I have no issue with either. Ate that more growing up actually. Louisiana was far more.
Always around places. I feel like.
So I have no issue.
I have that right now.
I have no issue with with Louisiana hot sauce either. Tremendous, and I'd take both of them over ranch. Even though Frank's is, love hot stuff. So I think, what did I take? Only 3 things over it?
Yep. Barbecue.
That's debatable, but
Barbecue
tonight I'm favoring
sauce.
it.
Buffalo sauce and hot sauce.
The hots, man, they went out. All right, well, I got for you. Your main is gonna be barbecue sauce.
It's a good one, and it's a versatile one. So
It is.
It's gonna be tough.
It is.
It's gonna be tough on the board out here.
Well, I think it's best with chicken, but it's useful for
but like
a lot of things.
anything that's actually grilled at a barbecue,
Mm.
easily put barbecue sauce on that.
Oh yeah.
Burger, brat, it doesn't matter.
I usually
Barbecue
put-
sauce is going on it.
Oh yeah, I usually put that. I'll put like mustard on it and stuff too. I like mustard on on a burger.
But yeah,
and
like
that.
a lunch meat sandwich, I'm not putting barbecue. You know, like ever. So
It's weird. It feels like it needs like a thicker meat. You know,
yeah.
something like else.
You could dip like a seasoned or like a steak fry or like something like that in there. You know,
Yeah,
that'd be good.
That'd be good too. Well, up first we got barbecue sauce or cocktail sauce.
Barbecue sauce. Yeah, cocktail sauce is fire. But like outside of shrimp, and like we said, like you can probably use it on other things, and it would be like it would be respectable enough.
I think
wouldn't
it
be, like,
still
too
works
nasty.
with seafood, fish. You know,
Yeah.
hush puppies.
Oh yeah, especially I've definitely put hush puppies in cocktail sauce.
Well, that sounds great.
But yeah, it's definitely most notable with cocktail shrimp. So outside of that, barbecue. Put on a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Always good. There's a lot of different kinds of barbecue too, and most of them are pretty damn good. So
Yeah, even like a store brand barbecue is not really ever bad.
yeah,
So next up we have got barbecue sauce or ranch.
damn, yeah, that's a tough one. I feel like honestly, I might have to go ranch.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's a
use
little
it
more versatile.
on a little more,
Yeah,
but that is a really close call because I like barbecue and there's technically a lot more flavors of barbecue sauce, and I've been blown away by barbecue sauces more than I've been blown
That's
away
true.
by ranches. But I use ranch on more than barbecue at the end of the day, and it's like it's always around.
That sets it over the edge.
It's always around.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
It's within my weekly condiment use. It's at the very top.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Number one.
I don't know about it. It's.
Well, I mean, if you use it,
it's one or two.
All right.
Ketchup is
It is.
an easy use for a lot of things.
It is.
So
Some people, it's weird because I grew up eating like nuggets and ketchup, and some people think like that. I mean, other things eventually too, but like some people think that there's like, you use it for, and they don't use it for anything, or they only use it for like fries. But I'm like, yeah, fucking chicken and ketchup is like natural. I feel like to me, it tastes good. Fucking school lunches, they had that all the time. You could have ketchup with it.
oh yeah.
Also, if you bought it there.
Anything potato wise, like
Well, yeah.
fries, tots, any of that
And
stuff.
potatoes and
ketchup,
ranch are really
wedges.
good.
Yeah.
So next up, we've got barbecue sauce or mayonnaise.
Same thing. I really do like mayo quite a bit. Like most any lunch meat sandwich, if mayo's an option, I'll probably put it on it. You know, not all the time, but it is decently versatile when it comes to like meats.
Yeah. And cheeses, it goes well
Like
with cheeses.
sub sandwiches. Oof.
Dude,
So
the
good.
combo
So-
of whatever you're eating, like the cheese plus meat plus the mayo, that's just an otherworldly taste.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go mayo.
really?
I was gonna go like barbecue, but yeah, man, I don't know. Like just thinking about any sub sandwich I get from a place, it pretty much always has mayo included in it, and it's just like it feels like in a way it completes the sandwich. in some ways. It's like
Yeah.
it is an aftertone, but it kind of feels like it pulls everything together.
Yeah, it does. It makes everything a little better.
Yeah.
You know? And there's some people that hate mayo, so I don't agree with that.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of Miracle Whip lovers that hate mayo and mayo lovers that hate Miracle Whip.
I kind of like both.
I'll still use Miracle Whip, especially if there's no mayo.
Yeah.
But if it's a choice, I'll probably go mayo unless it's like a hideous brand. Just one that I do. But most of the time, honestly, yeah, I'm probably going to pick mayo over it. I'll still eat the Miracle Whip. If it's no option and I can add it, then I'm like, I'll definitely use it. You know?
Every now and then, though, I have the taste for it where I'm like, man, I kind of want some Miracle Whip. Buy a jar on an occasion. Yeah. But usually it's
Miracle
I'll buy Hellman's most of the time. That's usually what I go for.
It's like a Stewie
or Duke's.
Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Whip. Mayo.
Yeah, it's kind of that's a bold one because that could really go either way on either night for me. But I'll give it to mayo. I'll give mayo the edge.
Damn, barbecue down 2-1. Next up is barbecue sauce or sweet relish.
Barbecue sauce. Yeah, like I kind of even said with your segment, like outside of hot dogs, I don't really put relish on anything.
Yeah. And it's not even all the time on hot dogs, you know, if you don't have it or have it around.
And if you don't have it and you have ketchup and mustard, I'm not really upset about it. It's just kind of like, okay, well,
dude,
it's still going to be a hot dog.
The combination of mustard and ketchup is so good. And the same thing, there's some people that do not believe that they should be putting ketchup on hot dogs. But I'm like, I didn't really ever have mustard at the household because my mom didn't like it growing up. I didn't even really start eating it.
On a hot dog?
I do. I did that for a long time, and then I added mustard in, which is opposite of what a lot of people do. They're like, oh, you put it just because like it looks better with the little drizzle of yellow over the hot dog.
And it's kind of that more I don't even know what kind of taste you want to give to mustard. What would you say?
Kind of tangy a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a little
kind of tangy bitter.
Yeah, it's a little more of a bitter.
But see, it's got the bitterness that like coffee, like without cream or whatever, have, or like
it's good with a meat though.
Yeah, or that
I've grown to
onions
appreciate
have. But onions too, like there's a good bitterness to them, you know, and that's the way I feel about yellow mustard and coffee. Granted, I'm not talking about the 26 things that people put into their Starbucks fucking order, but it's not a coffee. It's more like a shake or like a sugar drink.
Yeah. Me and Haley will go to like Scooters or, some Seven Brews, a few different places and get coffee every now and then. But for the most part, I feel like I still make coffee more often in the pot than anything else.
Oh yeah, well it's just more worth it too,
Yeah, it's more convenient.
It's
not
more
worth your money.
Now and then, I haven't had a seasonal coffee yet. I usually get like the pumpkin cold brew from Starbucks, and it's fucking phenomenal. Fuck yeah!
Touchdown,
Dobbs.
You got him?
No. But I got the Packers, baby.
You're a Packers fan, so it don't matter.
All right, did you answer for that one?
Yeah. What was that one?
That was sweet relish barbecue.
You took barbecue.
All right. So next up, we've got barbecue sauce or hot sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Oh man, that was way too quick.
And I do like hot sauce too. I feel like it's kind of like, mainly though, I like hot sauce on chicken. That's the thing. Barbecue, I like on quite a bit, and I mean with chicken as well. But like,
there's a lot of variants of chicken you can have it with though too.
I do put like hot sauce on, like when I make like quesadillas at the house or like Mexican food and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I will say, and nachos, and so there is more of a use for it than I originally was giving it. But
I'm sure and just like everybody's done this, especially with hot sauce too, where it's like you got something left over and you're like, fuck, this might not be that great left over, or maybe it's whatever. And for some reason, the condiment you go to make it better. You're like, if I'm gonna revive this, it'll taste the best with hot sauce.
Well, especially if it's Mexican food. Because Mexican food
that's
warmed up
Yeah.
is not going to be good most of the time. It's like,
I
I feel
don't
like
care-
it's one of the worst leftover foods.
I don't care what anybody says.
Like Italian, like pasta,
Yeah.
holds up as a leftover.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But like Mexican food, all that cheese and tortilla and like it just kind of turns to mush. You try to microwave
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
no, if
it's
there's
like,
that, yeah, that's true. But like nachos, even if the nachos is a little more soggy, yeah, you got to put up with that. But it's like that's still pretty good because all the vegetables and meat's gonna still be good.
Besides like the onions, they'll get all kind of gross too. And the
Well,
peppers,
sloppy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Mexican food is just like
frankly, nothing
warmed up.
Nothing is better than when it's fresh.
It is fantastic fresh.
Nothing is, you know what I mean? Like, no, I mean, like, nothing, whatever people say, they're like, oh, it's even better the next day. No, it's fucking not. I don't care what it is.
Oh,
now,
definitely not.
a couple of things, like pizza you can revive and it tastes good the next
Pizza's
day,
good
whatever.
cold, too.
It is,
I
that's
don't care
true.
what people say.
And the other thing is, whether I make it or not, but buffalo chicken dip is still really good warmed up after the first day.
And it's good cold, too.
It's true, too.
Like,
yeah. So those are two things for sure that are like, but most things, even cold things, like if you take a salad home and it's like, if it's already got anything on it, it's like, this shit's a little more soggy and it's like, nothing is better than when it's fresh. I don't care what people say.
Yeah.
Generally speaking. Stuff, you might be able to revive certain things and they'll be decent or most of what they were, but it's hard to get past it being originally cooked. So, damn, ooh. That hurt my heart. I'm just drawn to hot sauce. I'm like, oh man,
It is
Sounds
like, it is pretty damn good on some things, though. I
It
mean,
is.
giving it its due.
It can slap big time. Barbecue sauce or honey mustard?
Barbecue sauce. Again, like honey mustard is quite good with like chicken and
Fries too.
yeah, like there is like quite a bit you can eat with honey mustard, and I really enjoy honey mustard. I actually would probably say it's a little bit underrated too. I don't feel like you see it like when people put like condiments out at a gathering, it's not usually there. You know what I mean?
No, I feel like there has been a spark in the popularity though.
Yeah. But I really do like honey mustard, but barbecue's just, it's more of a staple for me than honey mustard is. More versatile, more flavors, putting on more things. It's fucking barbecue sauce, man.
Oh, yeah.
From the Midwest.
It's good shit, man. So next up we've got barbecue sauce or soy sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Again, like I kind
to
of said on
me-
your segment, any Asian kind of food, cuisine, chicken fried rice, any sort of fried rice for that matter, like egg rolls or like, not really like any of the chicken things like General Tso's or sweet and sour, orange, because they got their own flavor. But like anything within that category of food that you can kind of add a sauce to,
Especially with rice.
it is good with.
Yeah.
But-
It is, and it's, what I noticed too is I'm like, especially with some of the Chinese food, it gets, if you have to put it on so much, it gets tiring fast. Like, it's so,
It's
It's
very
good.
salty. And
yeah. It's kind of like, if you don't want that flavor in your mouth all night, like, you gotta, you know what I mean? But I know
shutting
you
that
probably
off is
favor it a
down.
little more than me, but I think you like Chinese food a little. I don't
Yeah,
dislike
I
it.
really
It's,
like Chinese.
I'm
food quite a
still
bit.
permanently just.
I like sushi quite a bit too. Like it just like I've kind of really grown to like that.
No,
too.
sushi's
Just-
really good. But no, dude, that's the thing. It's like we ate it so much growing up, especially on motherfucking Thursdays and all that. And like I was like, oh my god, I would
That
miss
was
about
the
that.
thing.
What? No, it seemed like it. My mom even to this day, she's like, no, we didn't.
Well, it's a
No,
Thursday.
yeah, we did. Yeah, I was like, I've said this before on here, but I'll say it again. I was just, and I remember you saying, like, you just said ungrateful. Yeah, I was like, because I would notice, oh, it'd be Thursday, and I would just mock it and be like, Chinese food always on Thursdays. But
supply and dinner.
I know. It's just it's like why? But
it's good.
I felt like I got fucking burnt out on it, and I'm like, dude, I feel like I could have Mexican food 4 times out of 7 in the week and just get different shit, but because of the versatility too, it just wouldn't get as old. Whereas like, I mean, I guess they both have their own sort of flavors, but I'm like, there's no way I wouldn't get tired of Chinese food way more. It's the same reason I only eat it like 2 to 4 times a year anymore. It's because I felt like we overindulged in it. And I don't feel like even to this day, even when I was in California, that we overindulge in Mexican. Like, yeah, there'd be weeks where we ate it 2 or 3 times or whatever in different, but it wasn't all that common, even though I was out there. And it was authentic, too. And we get this place, and then it would be different at this other place.
Yeah.
And, like, sushi, yeah, is really good. But some Chinese food places, I'm like, it's still some of that lingering overindulgence as a kid, too. That there's occasional times of the year that you'll catch me and I'm like, that really sounds good. But it's only, like I said, 2 to 4 times. Probably a year. Like, total. But, like, sushi, I don't know. It's a little different. I don't eat it a ton either. But the Sushi AI place, whenever I've gotten that, just fucking tremendous. Both. I think I ate there 2 or 3 times. And it was great every time.
I mean, yeah, I even picked up, like, sushi, and I mean, not from a buffet or a gas station.
Nope, never, ever gonna fuck with that again.
But I have from, like, Deerbergs and Schnucks and just, like, your local market. And you gotta eat it that night if you get it that day.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
like, it is
You
tremendous.
know that.
Yeah.
Actually, so do I.
I got food poisoning from that shit.
Oh, yeah. So you do know, that shit probably had fucking bugs on it.
I got
Little tiny.
I didn't even think it'd be a big
that
deal.
Shit
It was
sketchy.
the next afternoon, and I was just like, huh. Or it was probably the evening.
I don't
I'll give it
ever
the
feel
evening.
that way with Mexican food, ever.
And I was just like, oh, there was like 2 left. I should have just thrown it out. Like sushi, it's raw fish. It shouldn't sitting in the fridge all day. It was stupid. Knowing that now, but it's just like, it's only 2 of them. Even if it like kind of rumbles my belly, it won't be a big deal. I was fucking wrong, dude. That tore me the hell up.
Oh, yeah.
For like a couple hours in the middle of the night. Just like, dude, even if I get over this by now, I gotta wake up in an hour. I'm calling out of work. I've been up for the last 2 hours throwing up. I'm not going in.
No, you gotta be careful with that shit. Oh, man, what were we on?
Soy sauce.
You said barbecue?
Barbecue for the win.
All right, I think you've taken, ranch, mayonnaise?
That might be it. White boy shit over here. Damn.
It definitely is. So you've taken 5 things have barbecue sauces been over. All right. Well, next up we've got barbecue sauce or the great yellow mustard. I just say that because there is a distinctive memory of like when probably, and you can, you'll share your opinion obviously, but like there's a distinctive memory I have of us having this conversation. Maybe on one of the early days of the pod.
Yeah.
And where I was like, we were talking about it, and you're like, yellow mustard is, and I was like, it's great. And you're like, is it? Now, here's the thing. You may have grown to like it more than at least you did then, and granted, then was 6 years ago, so definitely by then, maybe. But you seem like maybe you're more favorable to it now than you were then. I'm not saying it's your like highest by any means, but you seem like you probably are more okay with it now than you were at that time.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
Based on what you've said.
I definitely put it on more, and I keep it around at the
yeah.
house now. Like it goes on lunch meat a lot. It goes on hot dogs.
It's that extra thing that you're missing. You're like, that makes it.
Yeah, and I even put like Dijon, like spicy brown mustard on lunch meat sometimes too. Like I definitely have grown to appreciate it a lot more in the last handful of years. And I feel like I liked it as a kid, actually, and I had one experience. This is what happened to me as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, that's what happens.
Multiple times where it just ruined shit for me for a long time.
Like, what did it ruin?
I think I had a sandwich that somebody made, and I'm like, it's a foggy memory, but I'm pretty sure it was like summer where people make lunch meat sandwiches for you. It's like a pool day or some shit. And it was just a fuckload of mustard they put on this. Because I'm like, yeah, throw some mustard on there. And it was just like way too much. And like the amount of mustard on the sandwich was just disgusting to me. And like the taste of it. And I'm just like, I don't want to taste this again for a decade.
Oh man.
But I've come back around to it. That's how I was with like cream cheese. Maybe I need to give cottage cheese another shot. Because here's the thing, like, it's one of the foods that I haven't given a shot in a long time that maybe I'd like it now. Because like cream cheese I felt that way about for a long time. Like
cream cheese is great.
I had a crab
Bagels?
a crab rangoon at an Asian restaurant before whenever I was young. And that shit like made me gag, like grossed me out. And I'm like, I don't want this cream cheese nasty shit. And I didn't have it for a long time.
That shit's better than some of the weird shit they got at those places.
And then I freaking had it again, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty damn tremendous. And I feel about the same way about mustard now. So it's like, maybe I gotta give cottage cheese another shot.
Dude, I'm not going to speak as highly, I guess. I don't have anything really negative to say about cottage cheese. It's good. I didn't eat it that much. All my siblings and family ate it more than I did, but it was never something I disliked. But I think some of the we were talking about before on several episodes ago, the texture being like a little bit weird, or just those little curds kind of feeling odd. And I don't know. I just didn't eat it that much, but it didn't mean I didn't like the taste of it. I think because of what it was and like the substance, I just didn't really gravitate towards it. But now I'll like get it, but it's never like a common thing. I'll have it every now and then. I certainly don't really buy it other than when is that, having trouble and I had to eat smaller, just easier to swallow things.
Yeah.
After my teeth got removed. But yellow mustard, man, I'm so glad because I'm like, since it was like 11 or 12, it was like 2012, like we went over to my brother's friend Jason's place to watch like the home run derby and all-star game, and like we would always watch it together, and like Harry too for a long time, like all of us four together. And they had these great fucking hot dogs, like they look fantastic. I was like, oh man, like all beef and stuff too. And so I was like, oh man, and like just that night, just a summer night, too, like hanging out, fucking maybe going for a swim, doing whatever too. I'm like, that sounds fantastic. I'm gonna put mustard all over it. And I was like, and it wasn't because I had a prejudice against mustard. It was because like it wasn't really bought in my household because my mom didn't really like it that much. And like when I tried it, I think in first grade at like lunch, I was like, ooh, that's bitter. I don't like that. And I don't really think I had it for, that was probably like 9 or 10 years. And I had it that night of like the home run derby, and I was like, oh my God. And I pretty much put it on like every fucking time I've ever had a hot dog since. See, now it feels bare for me just to put ketchup on it. Like, it's just like, it's a little too bare.
Yeah.
But mustard itself is fine, but my preference is mustard and ketchup.
Yeah, it feels like that's the all-American class.
It is. It's great. It's great, man. Babe Ruth would eat like 18 of them. You know they were good. So,
man. Have you ever had the hot dogs where, I don't even know how to explain it, but they're in like the tin foil package and they just feel like they're warm?
Oh yeah.
And you unravel it and it's like, even the bun's like soft and shit, and like just the dog itself just feels warm. And even before you put any condiments on, you're like, this is about to be a fantastic.
Oh, you can tell when it's about to taste good. I know exactly. Especially like the ones from like Quick Trip and shit like that too. Yeah. Where you like unwrap, you're like, oh man. Dude, even as a kid, the first Busch Stadium, like the hot dog at the fucking stadium, nothing slapped like that did. Like especially if you have a hot dog, like at home or whatever.
A ballpark dog.
It was at the ballpark, dude. It was I craved, and like especially in like those years where we had that Jim Edmonds, Scott Rowland, Allard Pools, Edgar Renneria
killers.
team. During like the 03, 04, like those last 3 seasons of that stadium, that was nothing I liked more. I was like, oh my god, I gotta have a ballpark dog when I went.
Yeah. I only went to, I think, 2 games at the old stadium.
Really?
Yeah. Did get to go, though, a couple times.
Oh, yeah. No, it was great. That stadium was so cool looking.
Yeah.
It was so cool. The cookie cutter.
I remember having pictures where I was, like, standing in the stadium, and there was the new one being constructed, like, in the background.
Yeah, the 05 season was cool. Like, I mean, there's reasons, but, like, it was also upsetting because, like, I went to a whole lot of games with my dad and stepmom Katie and Corey, like all the time in those years. In like 03 and 04 especially, we went to a bunch of games like in those years.
Because I do remember seeing, as well. I don't know, man, because I was like thinking about it because I'm like, I remember seeing quite a bit of like the Edmonds Rowland stuff as a kid live. So I'm like, maybe I did go to more on the old stadium than I'm thinking at the moment, but it feels like I only had went to a few games there before, you know. Could just be the fact that I was younger then too, so memories are a little more faded.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it fades into memory. But yeah, we went to definitely a handful of games at the time. I mean, cheap, you know, like tickets were cheap, and you know, so it wasn't a thing. But it was a lot.
My dad picking him up at Schnucks, like on the way home from work. Tickets. Oh, and you just call them into the box office.
Huh. So you have taken only ranch, mayonnaise, and that's it over barbecue?
Yeah. What were we on? What was the last one?
Yellow mustard.
Oh,
and you took barbecue, didn't you?
Yeah, that one's a very, very slim hair, though.
Okay. I like it. The love for yellow mustard, baby. Although that shit in like certain containers, though, if something has yellow mustard on it, that shit'll stain it. It is such a thick flavor, like color.
It's just like bright yellow.
It is. So anyway, next up we've got barbecue sauce or tartar sauce.
Barbecue sauce. Tartar sauce, again, fantastic on fish, but it would be like pretty gross on anything else. But yeah, like on breaded, fried fish, nothing beats some tartar sauce. Like, I'm pretty sad
it's so good.
if it's not around and there's fried fish. You're like, damn.
Dude, it goes good with all the types of fish too. The breaded, like even like salmon. I feel
if there's like a fish fry though, like if somebody has like bass and crappie that they caught and they're doing a fish fry, like salad dressing is the way to go then. Like wishbone Italian dressing. If it's like a fish fry where they like bread it themselves, you know, and like fry it up in the deep fryer, and it's like river caught fish, I love like some Italian dressing on that shit.
Yeah. Italian.
But yeah, like if you're getting Long John Silver's, Captain D's, dude, fill me up.
What about from the,
Fill me up with that tartar sauce.
Oh yeah, well like even the Arby's fish sandwich was phenomenal, I thought.
Yeah, and fish sandwiches, you gotta have some tartar sauce. But that said, barbecue.
Barbecue, and very last tonight, the main event, barbecue sauce or ketchup. The ever-loved.
I'd probably give it to ketchup. I think ketchup's just one of those things that, like, from a young age...
That was the one. That was the number one, day one.
From a young age till forever, it's, like, versatile on everything.
It was like, I feel like it's almost
not everything,
all of our...
So many things you can throw it on.
I feel like if you trace it back to... It's one of the number one condiments you can like trace back to childhood. Like you have memories of like having ketchup with everything.
Yeah.
I don't know why that becomes a thing, but that's what you want as a kid. Oh, chicken nuggets, ketchup.
Yeah.
It's just
that's just your thing as a kid, dude.
Oh yeah.
My nephew, like, there was an era when he was a kid, like every day for lunch, he had chicken nuggets, ketchup, a cup of yogurt, and like, and I forget what the like. I think it was mac and cheese, cup of yogurt, chicken nuggets, and ketchup, and that was like the thing.
It sounds like a very
For
basic
a
meal for a
long
kid.
time. Yeah, it's like,
oh yeah,
just because he was that picky. I feel like that's the thing with kids, though.
chicken
Like,
strips.
it's just gotta be. Once they get set on something, they're like, "This is good." I was that way as like a little kid. I know for sure. Where I was like, I'd get on something, and I'd be like, "This is what I want now," and like, a lot of things just didn't taste good, or you'd be like, "I don't want to eat." And looking back on it, it's so shitty as a little kid. But you're like, "No, mom cooked this dinner, and I don't want to eat this. I want my, I want my mac and cheese."
Oh yeah.
You know?
No, the other thing sounded better. Yeah.
Now though, like there's certain things still with my mom that I'm like, oh man, like this chicken salad or this like chicken fried rice meal or these like certain noodle dish or like certain things that I'm like, oh man, I miss that, you know? Now living there, you're like, damn. Now I'm slumming, bro. I'm just toasting shit up every night in the oven and on stove top. Slumming. Eating like garbage. No, that's not true.
Garbage.
I'm still eating semi-decent, but
Did you take?
it is harder once you move out on your own.
Oh yeah, well, because you fall into the habits of the shit you know how to make quick. You know,
Yeah.
oh, this is what we like, kind
And
of thing.
some nights I'm like, oh, I flip a movie on.
Yeah.
I get caught up in that, and I'm like, well, damn, it's like freaking almost 8 o'clock, and like, do
No.
I really want to make a dinner now? Not really, you know. It's like,
That's why you gotta hit up that air fryer, man. It makes this shit for you fast. Did you take ketchup or barbecue?
ketchup.
Oh man. Did you even put ketchup on mine?
Nope.
Damn. Left out.
Yeah, I figured ketchup. I'm like, ketchup would probably win most the time. It just is the most
Yeah.
universal condiment. So like, yeah, I could have definitely thrown it on there, but that's kind of why I had to pick it. I feel like when you put it on mine, it's like it's like the day one staple for everyone.
It
kind
is.
of just
You're like,
stays versatile.
oh yeah, you're born, and then they're like, all right, here's some ketchup. And that's just the thing the kids like. All right, well, I think that concludes it. And I believe you only took barbecue sauce. No, you only took ranch, mayonnaise, and ketchup over, right? 7-3. I think it was a 7-3 split on mine too. Those were good ones to pick though, barbecue and ranch.
Yeah.
I feel like they was solid. Oh
Good.
shoot! Do you want to go to a break real quick, or
Yeah.
what you other do?
Yeah, we can hit the break.
Talk about the movies for a few before we or as we come back in,
Yeah. Yeah, we can hit the
and then
movies.
maybe throw a few good, the bad, and the shits out there.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. Stick with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now back from our break, and it is time for our movie review swapping segment here. Well, the review portion, rather. And time to give each other the next films in the legacy of the segment here.
That is
But first,
the exciting part.
I know. What do you want to start with?
It really doesn't matter to me. I mean,
Well.
we can go on Nefarious first if you want.
That's fine. Let's do it.
Man,
So that was yeah, that was definitely like I mean, in a lot of ways that was a psychological like thriller, I guess too they would call it, maybe horror in ways. I mean, I don't know. How would you describe that one?
I mean, there's definitely horror elements because it involved like a demon.
Horror
and-
drama, actually, is what they're saying.
Okay, well, I feel like it was definitely like a psychological thriller. as well, because it was a one location movie for the most part. Not fully, but I'd say like 80% took place inside this one room.
Edward Brady, he's on death row.
Edward Wayne.
Edward Wayne Brady. In the I was gonna say I had to look up for reference too, which always helps.
It's
psychiatrist
like
Dr. James Martin.
That three names, that's just the serial killer stable, man. Edward Wayne Brady.
It's the South old good boy or the whoever from a sketchy place, you know.
John Wayne Gacy. I feel like that was the reference there, you think?
Maybe. Edward Wayne Brady. Death row, he's awaiting a death row sentence. So the psychiatrist comes to check him out and everything, and you know, it's his call at the end of the day whether he's fit for execution or not. And Edward's like job, like I remember the premise is like, you know, to convince him that he's not fit, you know, for the chair basically, or just, you know, fit for death. So he's got to be tried as like a, you know, but the whole thing is like, he's committed these crimes, but what he constantly comes back to is that he's actually being possessed by a demon, and that's what's making him do it.
Yeah.
Either way, it was his body, but it may not have been him in control of the, you know.
Yeah.
Of the actions.
That was the brutal part of the movie. Like I was kind of expecting what I was expecting. Like it was kind of going to be a psychological, demonic horror kind of movie, you know.
It was like a chess game in ways with whenever he was trying to get answers out of Edward.
Edward himself was just, oh my god, dude. He made you feel so sad. Every time Edward was there, I was just like, man, this poor guy.
Well, because the demon spoke with, like, vigilance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he spoke fucking assertive, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, Edward he was a crying mess.
Edward just wanted his bacon double cheeseburger and his well done, and he wanted his fries. He wanted his extra thick chocolate shake.
And which one did he say? He's like, can you please make it like extra? It was one of the pieces of food. Yeah, he's just like, it's really important.
Like he's like, please don't mess anything up. It's real important to me.
It was so important to him.
Well, yeah, it was the only thing that he felt like he was gonna get. You know,
I felt horrible for him, and especially in that moment. Because, like, the real Edward, like, he's like, I don't want that, like, to happen, like, because the demon canceled the order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Nefarious, that son of a bitch, who's like, we don't want anything.
Yeah.
That was probably, like, one of the toughest parts of the movie. Yeah. Honestly, it was like,
well, because he was actually out of control after a while, as you learned.
Especially when he was like, it's important to me, because that literally was like, he knew he was going to die in a horrible way.
Yeah, and it wasn't even him.
One last pleasant thing you could have.
Yeah.
You know, please just make sure it was the way you wanted it, you know? And then he's like, no.
He robbed him of it.
And then, like, even worse is later on, minutes before he's about to get read his rights and get taken down the hall and get the penalty. It's like, he's like, but what about my meal?
Yeah,
because he got put back in his body and was like, wait, I never got to eat my meal. And the guy was like, you didn't want anything. And it like broke him. And I was like, no.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Why did we have to go back to the meal thing? Like, it fucking hurt the first time. And now you should have gut punched me worse the second time.
Well, you felt so bad because you're like, man, like, he's actually not making any of these decisions.
Yeah.
And he's fully, so it's like, it kind of had you wondering at first because he was being a certain way before Edward, like, came out. And remember what he told James Martin whenever he came into the into the room, like the psychiatrist, he's like, before you leave today, like you'll have committed 3 murders of your own.
Yeah.
And he's like, wasn't one of them like his girlfriend had like did they get an abortion, or did she have like a miscarriage or something? But either way, he was able to come back like the demon and like pin it on him.
Mm-hmm.
And like there was like at least 1 or 2 other things.
His mom, he took his mom when she was terminally ill and in pain. He took
and
her
she asked him
to like voluntarily suicide, but he inherited like $3 million of her inheritance.
Yeah,
so
and he's
he,
like, I'm sure that had
turned
nothing
that
to do with
against him.
Oh yeah, every single stake he could stab in the heart of him, he took.
Yeah, it was. That was the thing too. Is like they said it was kind of like a Christian movie or whatever, but it was really like a horror movie.
Yeah, like there was biblical like,
and it definitely like some
involved in it.
I guess the things like that he pinned against him or he threw on him could be seen as like religious takes and things like that that the demon worked against him. But like, I don't feel like the story in itself was more engaging than it was like focused on trying to shove this in your face.
Oh yeah, no, it was
clearly.
I thought some of the stuff they were saying, like when the demon would throw stuff, because he was an atheist. He told him that.
Yeah, that was the thing too. Is like the demon was able to work it against him, but it was more seen in the movie like less like, oh, they're trying to pin this. Yeah, you could see it as this is a religious message for sure. But really, in the movie, it was like the demon's just trying to fuck with him and get in his head and like.
And especially once he was like, "No, I'm an atheist. I'm not. You're not going to get me to believe that." Like he was hell bent on making him understand, you know, that angels, demons, like God exists. You know, basically
there was a battle over humanity, basically.
Yeah. Well, that's how it was. Like initially, it was, you know, when Satan was cast down to hell, like they said in the movie too. Like he took 1/3 of the angels with him, and 1/3 of the angels became demons.
Yeah.
So it's like that's, you know, that was the great fucking war. Lucifer became Satan,
and the humans were God's creation in his eyes.
A lot of people.
The demons saw him as a slap in the face to them. Because it was his
because he treated them
in his
better
eyes.
than.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
well, that was
them,
Azrael.
He gave them free will.
Jason Lee's whole motivation in Dogma was he's like, you know, or no, actually Ben Affleck and Matt Damon would say that, but they were like, they're like he gave them, you know, that more than he ever gave us. Yeah.
He loved them more. I mean that was just that's the, I guess you could say the story's oldest time if you want, but it's like however you take it, but
a lot of
that is the story, you know, is he was harsher on them, and that's why they were cast out, because there was they said, you know, no, he was like no second chances.
Well, Satan wanted to challenge him.
Yeah.
And it didn't go very well.
Yeah.
You know, they fucking. It was kind of, I don't know. I think like the message of it was pretty deep though. Like I thought the whole like the story was well done, and like I kind of enjoyed how that's, you know, like we've talked about before, like possession movies. There's always like a religious aspect. Like there's a priest that blesses the house. You know, a family turns to, you know, religious prayer and different, you know, stuff like that. You know, often there's like exorcisms in horror movies that are like of that nature too. So, but dude, that ending, oh man, like after all the shit you've seen him go through, and then when the psychiatrist James Martin came out, like at the very end, and then he sees that lady like digging out of the dumpster or whatever, and she's like, hi James or whatever, and it's just like, well,
Jimmy.
we fucking know the answer to that. Yeah, Jimmy, and like, cause it just took over somebody else's everything.
Yeah.
Infested it.
Made her just some
Took
homeless
it was
person
like
digging in the
that was
trash.
such a great icing on the cake though on top, because it was like they pulled you through all that and you felt terrible for him, especially once you realized that Edward actually didn't have any control over what the demon was making him do. It was like, dude, all those murders, everything, like it set him up to just have like no, this is gonna be your life, dude. That's the thing, and like not to take this in too much of a religious or political like realm, but that is one thing that people are constantly saying now again, is because they're like, this is shit that is like not just like with what happened yesterday, but just the way our society is gearing more towards serving your own personal needs, wants, and desires rather than like traditionalism and stepping away from God. Like, and I'm like, man, there's a good case for a lot here because like with what's going on, and I mean, I don't know. It's that's a whole other discussion. Obviously, it doesn't necessarily have to be on air, but it's like I gotta say, like, they don't look entirely crazy in a lot of ways. I mean, and I'm not. I definitely was never atheist, but I was like, I've kind of been, and some people say they're not different, but I do think they're different. For a while, I was definitely like kind of agnostic, like I really don't know, but I'm not going to just shut out the possibility of there being something,
Yeah.
But,
it's kind of hard to.
Well, it's
that.
arrogant and ignorant to do that. I feel like in a lot of ways, it doesn't place you better than somebody that's a completely naive. Oh, I'll do everything, like Muslims have like Allah and like there's there's people will say, oh, God made me do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things. But yeah, I not to take it too far down that road, but you kind of get the point and stuff. But
religion's been around as long as humanity. That's that's the thing.
Their discussion, there was so much gravity towards, like, in their talk. Like, I feel like at the very beginning, too. Like, from the get, like, when he comes in, the discussion's, like, engaging. And, like, to the demon, he just wants to best him and make him, like you were saying, like, kind of look like a fool, too. Especially once he told him he was atheist, and he's like, oh, so you don't believe in... And just the demons are, of course they're going to be arrogant and shit talk and stuff too, and he's just like, oh, that's, of course humans would think that. They think that they're like the number one thing in the universe kind of way, that's not what he said, but that's it's I get that, so yeah, it was I thought the dialogue was sick. I was like, that was just a good, I mean, if it keeps my interest, like, I don't necessarily care what the setting is of any movie. Like, I'm like, oh, man, if I'm engaged the whole time, if you have my attention, that's all you can ask for.
That was the thing. The one thing the demon told him to is he's like, man, hell is filled with people like you. He's like the people that just walk around every day in their own heads thinking they know everything.
Yeah. He wanted to school him, but it was like a chess match to the demon, but like one that it already knew the ending of. It was like, because that's that's what makes them, that's why they got cast down to hell, and like all those traits that are evil and like the manipulation and the, all that stuff. It's like, but the thing is, his whole point was, oh, if you don't believe, like, then you have nothing to worry about, right? Basically.
Yeah.
But he was hell bent on injecting fear into him before it was like all said and done. And the only reason you should fear it is if you actually believe it. You're like, oh shit, like that's.
Well, how would you not believe it once he did some of the
things
that he possessed his body?
Didn't he turn his head around too?
No, he like made him steal a gun and stuff, though.
I'm trying to remember what it's been. Yeah, since
it's just. Yeah, that's the thing. Like some of the things that he even had him do for a minute, and the fact that I don't want to spoil everything if people watch it, but like some of the things that happened to the psychiatrist, by the end of it, it'd be like he even was saying on the talk show, like later, he's like, that he was agnostic and everything. And it's like, man, it'd be hard not to have faith after what you went through.
Mm-hmm.
All
If you
that
see some
stuff, it'd be
supernatural
like,
shit up close, yeah.
I feel like you'd have to be like, man, I gotta start I gotta get better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was one that a couple of years ago that I was just like a random. It might have been a Tuesday. It might have been like the middle of the week. I don't know. I was like, I'm just gonna check something out. And, like I thought the script of that like sounded like the premise, like what they put on there sounded really interesting. And I was like, yeah, I'll go see. And then I was like, damn, that was pretty, pretty solid. Like really well made and definitely like on I forget the actor's name, but on Edward James Brady's part or Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that was a bad flop.
Edward Wayne Brady, yeah.
Edward
Wayne Brady's probably like, why did I get the shot? Man. Wayne
Yeah.
Brady.
Oh man.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
So yeah, you enjoyed that one?
Yeah, it was intriguing for sure for being like, it was a single location, dialogue heavy kind of movie, but it pulled you in. I feel like Sean Patrick Flannery, I think that was his name, the guy that played Edward and Nefarious, both.
Oh,
That was a fantastic performance by him.
Oh,
so
yeah.
If nothing else, it's worth watching it for that. Like it
was a good.
It's a crazy, well done performance that he can make you like, man, this guy's evil as hell. What a son of a bitch. And also, man, I feel so horrible for this guy. And it's the same guy, So, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it though. I gotta check it out.
And then you gave
Give it
me
a watch.
You gave me Bubba Ho-Tep.
Highly underrated.
I know, honestly,
one of the best.
I had maybe heard it mentioned in passing before, but I didn't really know much about it other than if you had referred to it or like I just heard any details maybe through you about it.
Yeah.
And so that's another Bruce Campbell, and I know you like him in The Evil Deads.
Yeah, he's got his own style about him for sure. It's different in Bubba Ho-Tep because he's like elderly.
Yeah.
Playing
and he's Elvis.
But yeah, and he's the real Elvis. Because it was the fake Elvis that died.
Yeah.
In this storyline. And that he's just like, he has nobody anymore. And he's just slumming it at this retirement home. Day in and day out. That's kind of the underlying thing. Is it's like, yeah, there's this soul-eating mummy that's like terrorizing this retirement home.
Oh, their fight with... First of all, the premise for this movie was... I was like, this is going to be just fucking ridiculous. But like, I say that knowing that I was like, but it's going to be fun. Like, I knew it was going to be like a good time. That fight with the mummy is just fucking absurd too. Yeah. But it was like... But I kind of knew, I picked up on the vibe of that pretty quickly, I feel like, with the whole, like, that it was going to be a fun
your soul-sucking days are over.
Yeah.
You go.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, I'm like, I know just watching that once, I'm like, I'm not going to remember all the lines that I was just, like, laughing at. They were just fucking absurd.
Dude, one of my favorite parts, and it's kind of just, like, an undertone moment, but it just cracks me the fuck up every time, is when Ossie Davis's character, the guy that thinks he's JFK, he like takes him into the bathroom. He's like, you gotta look at this. And he had the hieroglyphs like on the inside the bathroom stall. The mummy put hieroglyphs in there. And Elvis, like Bruce Campbell's character's like on his walker. He's like, come on, man. You made me walk all the way down here just to look at some drawings on the shithouse walls.
Dude, he was like trying to fight the mummy on the walker and shit too.
Yeah, they were both just like old bastards.
Oh yeah, that shit was funny as fuck.
He just came in and found him on the floor. In that one part, he's like, what are you doing? They were like, Ossie Davis just laying on the ground. He's like...
Ossie Davis, yeah, so he was
he's
the
like,
guy...
He almost He almost got my soul, man. He flipped me right over on my asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Because he sucked the souls out of the asshole.
He was like, he thought he was JFK, right?
Yeah.
And then those two, man.
So the CIA colored his skin or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that he was like a what do you say, a blackened one or something, or whatever. What the fuck?
Yeah, he was a little off his rocker, and he was like, "Can I trust you, Elvis?" He's like, "You didn't have any part in my assassination, did you?" Okay. No, man.
What is he's like in a coma for like 20 years? They said.
Yeah.
In between fucking. I guess whenever he comes back and he's the real Elvis, or like he thinks he's the, or no, I have that backwards. Shit. Elvis, yeah, contemplates his agent. His only friend is a man named Jack, who insists is President John F. Kennedy, and who he believes is John F. Kennedy.
You never really know.
No.
In this storyline, it could have been John F. Kennedy. Who the hell knows? Elvis was alive in a retirement home. Anything could happen.
I think, also it was kind of, the fact that it was made in 2002, I think it kind of was a style that would have almost worked in, a few different decades, before and after that, too. I feel like just if you make, a movie that, kind of
kind of had that era a little bit, but also, yeah, you definitely could have.
Dude, I don't even notice it now, but, whenever I watched, not that it looks old, but, that Take Shelter movie with Michael Shannon, I was just like, that was only 2011, and there's just a difference between how everything looks and feels now compared to them, and I'm like, but that doesn't seem that long ago at all.
No.
And it is a while ago, but
14 years.
Yeah. Insane. 2011, you know what else happened in 2011? Well, 2010 season, but the Packers won this goddamn Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah.
February 2011.
Yeah.
Good days. Good times.
Yeah, I rooted for him that Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Who was that against? The Saints?
Steelers.
Or no, yeah, that's right.
Because, yeah, no to the Steelers, you know?
The Mummy.
Yeah, that was the thing. I kind of liked Bubba Ho-Tep, too. You didn't really, see him well that often, but when you did, he was cool looking. It was like a mummy and a cowboy outfit. It was sick.
Oh yeah.
He was pretty cool looking, monster.
It makes so much sense that
and the flashes too, when he looked in his eyes and it flashed to his time period, ancient Egypt. That shit was cool too.
It also would have Sam Raimi, right? How you say his name?
Yeah.
All the movies that Bruce Campbell was in with him, directed by him, it almost would have I could have seen him directing something like that, even though it would have been smaller budget or just whatever. Because we talked about that before too. He's the one that directed all 3 Spider-Man movies too, and just went in a different direction.
He did other things too.
Didn't he do? I thought he did No Way Home also, or maybe not. I don't know if they brought him in or if he did maybe an executive producer role.
Yeah, he's done.
He's had a lot of different stuff, and I feel like his career spanned. I mean, fuck, that was they came out the same year as Spider-Man came out. Of all things, too.
Evil Dead 2. Darkman.
Dead. You still haven't watched Darkman, have you?
No. Army of Darkness. The Spider-Mans Drag Me to Hell, Oz the Great and Powerful, A Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. It was Multiverse of Madness. Maybe I forgot that he did. Goddamn Tucker, man, this guy.
He's on fire tonight.
Oh yeah.
Feels like he's had the ball all first half. Lit it up. He definitely had to have the most receptions and receiving yards out of all the Packers in the first half.
Oh yeah. But I was gonna say, getting back to Bubba Ho-Tep, though, is I definitely thought it was like a fun, like it was a fun watch, and there was like a number of comedic moments. That's why I'm like, oh man, it'd be fun. Like maybe at one point we'll watch that again together.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely
it was
a very fun and easy to watch.
It definitely is, and that's kind of what I expected it to be too. Once you're like, oh yeah, this is you're like, haven't watched this, have you? And I didn't know. I didn't really have a timeline for when I thought it even like was made. Whenever you gave it to me, I thought maybe I was like, yeah, maybe it's one of the newer, like something in the last like maybe 10 years or more that I didn't know. But I realized it was back in 2002. So I also am not overly familiar with all of Bruce Campbell's work. Like I know some, like he's one of Dom's favorite like actors. Like he loves all that shit that he was in. But
I know I brought up
amazing
Bubba Ho-Tep actually just randomly because I think he was on a Halloween episode, so it might have been around then. And he actually was like, "Oh man, I forgot about that movie." So you definitely heard about it, but
oh yeah,
maybe you've seen it since then.
Maybe it was it was last year then probably when we talked about it with him.
Maybe. Or maybe
because
I briefly brought it up.
Yeah, there was probably some stuff you guys had overlapped and seen, and that I'm like, I've never seen some of this stuff. Him and Brian have seen all kinds of different crazy shit. Don't know where that dude is.
Yeah.
Kind of know where Dom is. Hear from him every once in a while, but you know. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be like a fun time like that. Just some of the like just outrageous shit was. I mean, that was all part of the game. But dude, Bruce Campbell is pretty like that. Dude's a pretty multi-talented actor to be able to do all the different characters he does. Like very under the radar in a lot of senses too. You know?
Yeah. He really is. He's like over the top, but in his own special way.
What do you say at the very, very end? It was like about the whole, like what Elvis would say. Hold on.
I don't know if I know the whole quote.
Oh yeah, no. Thank you very much.
Oh, the whole
his
final words. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, man, he lived a life, man. He believed he was Elvis.
He was Elvis, man.
Well, you know.
He was the real Elvis.
So they said.
He was.
No, I know.
He was Elvis, dude. And
what was his name? What was the other
JFK.
name? Yeah. What was like the guy's real name though? In the not the actor, but like the other version or whatever.
Oh, the one they gave him.
Yeah. Well, no. Maybe.
Oh, the guy.
Oh yeah, no, Sebastian
switched.
Half. Yeah.
That he switched life with.
Yeah. At the very beginning. I died in 1977.
Sebastian Half was a bad pill addict.
Dude, that is one of the most impersonated human beings of all time, is Elvis.
Elvis impersonators made a killing for a while. Some of them still make a killing.
I'm sure.
Yeah, though. Great time, that movie.
It was. No, I had fun watching that one. It's nice to have something like...
One of my faves.
It's nice to have something like, sort of like more lighthearted. That's probably why I've been getting into...
easy, fun watch.
Well, and even horror, like, it's been nice to kind of enjoy some of the horror comedies that are more, you know, whether they're just intentionally just funny, like, you know, in the dialogue or whatever, or if they're just,
have their funny
outrageous
moments,
kind of stuff. Like, and I know that's one of the reasons, because, like, to this day, I still haven't seen Killer Clowns in Outer Space, and you're like, oh, that's just one that's, to me, I love.
It's just like, real corny and 80s as hell, and that's just what makes it what it is. It's just fun for that, you know. But it's one of those movies that I thought the case was like really just fun way back in the day at the video rental store.
Yeah.
And I got it when, you know, like forever ago, so it was like an early one that I watched. So I just kind of like had that with me. And then I like was surprised at how much traction that movie gained, like how much of a fandom it has, how much merchandising it has. I'm just like, I mean, it's cool as hell for sure, but I'm like, damn, it's wild that there's this much. It's like one movie.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they have not capitalized anyone and got the right somehow, or like the original people didn't make another. Like, they need to do something with it.
Dude, not that many movies are able to pull off like that amount of, like merch sales and notoriety just off of like the one film without becoming like a series or a franchise.
Yeah.
Like A
It's a
Nightmare
handful.
Before Christmas. Scarface, obviously, still printing money and clothing and shit all over. I still see it all the time.
Yeah.
Like Scarface, you people wearing all this stuff. And this is, over 4 decades, which is insane to say after it came out. Fuck, it's been 3 since Nightmare Before Christmas. But yeah, they print Jack Skellington merch like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
It was just like. I mean, that was a piece of art though, for sure too.
That took a fuckload of work.
It was like 80 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Just one piece. Same with Killer Clowns. It's only like an hour and a half.
Killer Clowns. Oh shit! I guess we gotta give each other our next
one, huh?
films.
All right. You want to go first? What do you got here?
I think you know. So we've got the 2022 film Fall. The premise follows 2 women who climb a 2,000-foot tall, decommissioned television tower, only to become stranded at the top with limited supplies and no means of communication. This is another stranded kind of film, man, in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
And
way up in the fucking air, which I hate.
one... You almost looked a little bit sad. You're like, I'm not looking forward to it. Like that adrenaline shit is like appeals to me too. Even in film, like I mean, that's what thrillers are. Like keep your blood pumping, and that's kind of like it's kind of like humans versus nature film with, psychological thriller, that combo, I would say. And I mean, there's things that happen in this movie that really make you question because they're dealing with so much stress and like they get stuck up there and you'll see everything that happens. It's insane. Not a lot of movies, and I've seen a lot of really good movies this year, but not a lot of movies have stuck with me after I watched that in like February or whenever I watched it. Because like, I mean, for entertaining purposes and just for like being, oh my god, this shit is freaky. I was so, and like there's moments that you think you're like, oh man, you're like following the story, and then something's revealed later on, and you don't know like certain aspects of what happened. So it literally psychologically like kind of mind fucks you too.
Yeah.
And so it's that on top of the fear of major fucking heights. It's like that's just
no thanks.
Uncomfortable. But yeah, dude, no, this movie's good. JDM's in it. Actually, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son, who's
in a lot.
Who's in Scream
stuff.
5 and 6. He's in it too as well. But
he's in some other horror
the
things
girls,
too.
it mainly follows the girls. I mean, you'll see one of them's more
Hard
of
Eyes, he's in that.
one of them's more of like the kind of the risk taker type, like, oh, this is what she like lives for type. And then, of course, like most movies with a dynamic like this, there's the one that's has to be either talked into it or really doesn't want to do it, and then for some reason or another, something happens and they're like, I'm fucking gonna do it. But either way, there's always one friend that's all for it, and then one that's just like, I don't know.
Talked into it.
But the girl that is like kind of like all for it is, so she's Halloween 2018, the babysitter to that like little black kid.
Oh yeah,
That's who one of the girls is. She's the like adrenaline junkie in Fall, and then her friend, I forget who plays her. I don't think she's acted in a whole lot of stuff, but her dad's JDM in the movie, and then Cuba Gooding is like one of their friends, like his son. So yeah, it doesn't have a big cast, but obviously for a movie like this, same as like Castaway, you don't really need to, because the premise of the film is a hell of a lot more than enough to be like, oh shit,
it's not a big cast type of film.
No, doesn't have to be. But man, it definitely left me with some like, I think that's a little too aggressive of a term. I was gonna say psychological. There was just moments that make you kind of cringe just imagining if you were in that situation, man. And there's not a lot of movies that really connect with me on like that level. I mean, you can imagine it, like you have to suspend disbelief. But like in something like this, it's so easy to be like, God damn, that would be fucking uncomfortable if that were me. And that's what's scary too. So, but yeah, I've been mentioning it to you for a while. I said I was probably going to throw it on this week. Why not? We won't review it until the next solo anyways. And we'll have time to set the stage just right to make this the best it can be. I think you will be like, oh man. I don't know if it's going to be the type of movie, not to put an imprint on you, like, but I think that because you've already said, like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't think it's the type of movie you'll be like, oh man, I'm going to watch that again and again. Clearly, I still only watched it once. This will only be the second time I've ever seen it. And I'm sure it's still going to have that pull on me that I'm going to be uncomfortable watching it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this was literally like a sweaty palms movie. I was literally like, oh my God, this is making me uncomfortable. So, yeah, I think it'll be fun. I definitely think it will stick with you, though. I think it'll stay on your mind for a minute. You're like, thanks for that.
Let's have fun with it, I suppose. The most fun that we can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's good, dude. It makes you feel something. And, like, that's the best content. You know, the best music, the best films, the best TV.
Yeah. Well, mine for you this week is going to be an A24 film from last year, Heretic. It's a horror thriller. It was like, it's got Sophie Thatcher in it, who's Natalie, young Natalie.
Okay.
And Hugh Grant, who's like one of the best Hugh Grant performances I've ever seen for sure. It's two young missionaries become ensnared in a deadly cat and mouse when they knock on the door of the diabolical Mr. Reed. Trapped in his house, they must turn to their faith if they want to make it out alive.
Okay. That's... No, I was just going to say, that was a good one to give me because I remember you mentioned it like several weeks ago when we were talking about this and the reintroduction of the segment, and I didn't know if you were going to give me or not, so I like purposely avoided it just in case too, because I was like, I would be interested in watching it. There was some that I've just been kind of skipping around. I've definitely indulged in quite a few horror comedies this year so far.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a great time. I love a horror comedy if it's done well.
Oh yeah, I feel like I've hit on a lot of the stuff that I've never seen this year so far on my list. I think I've hit better than last year. Like I think there wasn't a ton that I was like, oh, that was a piece of shit last year. But there was, like at this point in my list, I feel like I already had probably like 5 that I didn't like, and right now I'm only like, yeah, there's only like 2 that I would be like, yeah, I'm never watching that again. But it's kind of like what we were talking about last episode is whenever I asked you, don't you feel a little more critical like than you used to, like just with certain stuff, and like I still feel like I'm not that harsh with a lot of movies. Like I still get enjoyment out of most things, you know. I mean, shit, there's stuff that even, you know, that sometimes upon the first viewing I'll be like, oh, that was lackluster, and then even if it left a bad taste in my mouth, I'll later revisit it because I'm like, what if I was wrong, or what if at this point in my life I'm more open to like what it was than, you know, I am now. Like maybe I just wrote it off like, that wasn't good. But anyway.
Yeah. It definitely is more so that way nowadays for me too. And like It's probably partially because we got the podcast and I got the blog, and I kind of look at movies like that now because I'm like, oh, I want to write about this or talk about this or whatever. So you kind of look for things that maybe weren't what you wanted, but at the same time, like, I still feel like there's a lot of movies that I watch, horror or not, that I like get a lot of enjoyment out of, and I'm like, damn, I really like that one now,
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I have a critical aspect to the way I watch things, but I still see new viewings of things that I really enjoy.
Well, yeah, and it's more fun too to like take chances and not be like, because it's like, of course, the stuff you're already a fan of, you're gonna like rate pretty high, even if you don't always agree with like the popular opinion of it or whatever. Yeah. But it's like to find new stuff and to be like, oh, okay, I thought this way, but because some of them are gonna be hits, some of them are misses. Like the stuff that you like a lot hits, at least with you.
Yeah.
So it's funny though, because a lot of times whenever you start to beloved stuff like that through time, you have a you don't I don't want to say the clearest perspective on it, but some of that is for nostalgia purposes, and then other aspects are for, like, oh, did you actually enjoy this as much as some of the stuff like you've seen since,
Yeah.
I don't know, but we all have our faves,
It is kind of like, that's what's tough about new viewings of things is nostalgia. It's like, because if you see something new that you really enjoy, it's like, damn, I really liked that, but does it hold, is it as good as what I said my top whatever was of this,
It has to be something, like, it has to really stick out, because for it to be placed above some of these, that's why only a very few get in and things change at a time, because I'm like, there's a lot of like childhood equity or nostalgia like in certain stuff. It's going to take a significant amount of great shit for me to be like, yeah, that's not up there anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, Heretic was the last movie I saw in the theaters last year, like right before I broke my arm. And I haven't seen it since, so it'll be good. I enjoyed it quite a bit in the theater that time though. It was like really enthralling because it was just me and a couple other people. It was a pretty like empty weeknight,
Heretic.
But yeah, it was pretty good.
So Heretic and Fall.
That will be next.
Oh boy, that's gonna be a good one. You want to throw out a couple good, the bad, and the shits?
We can do a couple real quick.
What do you want to do? You want to do two each or one? Watch a little bit of the game.
Yeah.
Throw one out there. Gotta keep it going. At least gotta do one.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do one with the guys next week anyway. Couple old buddies coming on next week. Be a good time.
All right, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'll just throw one out there real quick. I was thinking about this, and of course this doesn't, we're talking about the coffee itself, not the creamer and whatever else you add into it. But what do you think of flavored coffee? And I'm not talking about the general, like sometimes we'll get the deep silk, like the, Folgers, and then there's like Columbia, and then whatever, like what, medium or something. Like some of the basic ones. I don't mean those. I mean like, I bought the French vanilla one in there. There's like other ones.
Hazelnut.
So the coffee being flavored, I kind of have different views than, like after having this one for a while, I almost feel like, I don't know if I prefer that. I almost prefer to like have a standard coffee and then put my other shit into it.
That's kind of how I feel too. And sometimes like I do enjoy some of the flavored coffee. So like we get Cameron's sometimes now. And they're pretty damn good. And then we get like the toasted Southern pecan coffee. And that's just like, because it's not too much. It's just kind of like a toasty, nutty, like overtone to the coffee. It's not like too sweet or anything like that necessarily. But I could definitely, like a hazelnut or a French vanilla or something like that. Like certain things, it's like after a while, if that's all you have is just a bag of that, it's going to be a little old.
I like the French vanilla, but like I would rather just put the creamer in there and then because I realized after several times of making it, I'm like, I'm not excited every time that the coffee itself is French vanilla. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fine if it's the creamer, but like then at least I have an option. I could drink it black. I could put something else in it. I could do the French vanilla. I could do a little bit. There's different ways you could do it. But if the coffee is just the one flavor and you don't want to buy a whole shitload of them, then it's kind of like it wears thin too quickly with the flavored stuff.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I mean, we tried this Bailey's. It was like a Bailey's chocolate coffee. Wasn't the only bag we had because I'm like, that's not gonna be like, I don't want to just make a pot of this before work, but like making cappuccinos with that and stuff, pretty damn fire.
Cappuccino's great, man. Underrated.
I got a cappuccino maker now. It's kind of cool.
Cappuccino maker.
Yeah, she like her aunt just gave her like their old cappuccino machine. I don't really know. That thing's a little difficult to be honest. You gotta like steam the milk and
cappuccino.
But they're pretty damn good. I know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great to get cappuccinos in like fall and winter.
Yeah, coffee's like, I enjoy coffee. I drink it like all the time on the weekends, but usually on like a day or two during the week at work because a lot of the times, especially on longer days, I'm like, this isn't gonna stay hot long enough, and I want a little more of a kick, so I'll just get like an energy drink a lot of the times. But yeah, I really enjoy coffee too. It's one of those things like I feel like with beer too, like over time I just grew to actually like really enjoy. I'm like, I like
yeah,
this
it
thing.
started off bitter for me, same as like yellow mustard, onions, and I mean I always kind of ate onions, but I didn't always like them as much as I do. Some of that stuff just after you acquire it, I felt that same way about yellow mustard, onions, coffee, and beer. They all have a bitterness to them that I eventually really understand why it's appreciated.
Yeah, it's funny that now, like, there are times that I'm just like, oh man, I want a beer. Or, oh, I want a cup of coffee, man. You know, like,
oh, it sounds so
that's
good.
an actual thought.
The weekend days are like, especially my Sundays or just whatever day I have off, it just sounds so good to be like, oh man, I'm going to make a whole ass package of bacon, put some coffee in there, or like drink the chocolate milk, and I'm like, that sounds tremendous.
That is my weekend, actually. I wake up, I make a pot of coffee, I drink a couple cups of coffee, and then by, third or fourth quarter of the noon game, I'm cracking some beers.
Why wait,
Try to get some of that coffee in me.
So what do you think in flavored coffee wise?
Overall, I'm gonna say it's fair because there's some good ones out there and there's some not so good ones. Like, I think that they're fun to try for sure and make a pot of coffee and every now and then, but I don't necessarily want it to be the only selection of coffee I have if I'm gonna have it at the house. But yeah, I'd probably because I do enjoy certain flavored coffees for sure quite a bit. I'd probably say fair because I've had some that I really can just make and drink and it doesn't bother me, and I've had others that I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Just gotta power through this.
Going with fair.
All right, yours. So that Sunday night football game, that was something wild, huh?
Yeah, no, that was fucking. I mean, up until that point, I definitely thought that the Jets and Steelers had the game of the weekend,
Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday and Friday last week. Those were some good games too, though. Really good games as well.
Justin Herbert looked good.
Yeah.
We wrapping with this one?
Yeah, we can.
Or do you want to go? Okay. I was just gonna say.
Packers,
baby, they're gonna win this motherfucker.
I don't know, man. The Commanders scored a touchdown last drive, but here come the Packers.
Ooh,
slipped.
What the fuck?
Slipped on his drive. But what do you think about the Bills' Week 1 comeback? Do you think that it's gonna kind of just fall to the background quickly because it was Week 1? You think it's gonna be remembered later in the season when they're kind of giving out like, oh, this was the best games of the season awards?
I think that's going to matter.
Do you think that it was more of a Ravens slip or a Bills comeback?
I think the Ravens have done that multiple times, kind of played that game towards the end. But, like, who the fuck else could do something like that? Like, Josh Allen, like, make up for 15 points in, like, 4.5 minutes?
Yeah, he's something else.
That shit was insane. How do you even do that? Like, we've seen him do amazing things, and, like, you know, they always say, oh, he's going to put on the Superman cape. And
he had to get
Superman.
that moment, though. You had to get, like, something had to go wrong on the other side of the ball for you to even get that opportunity.
The Ravens...
He got it because Henry fumbled.
The Ravens still played a hell of a game, and, like, they were playing a better game for a while than the Bills were. And then just that kind of shit is just what makes him so special. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. How do you make that time? Get those stops. Like, that's crazy. Some of those throws, like to Keon Coleman, that shit, he jumped up.
Yeah.
Did you, like, that one that DeAndre Hopkins caught? What the fuck was that?
Oh,
he caught him like his shoulder.
Awesome. That's DeAndre
You
Hopkins,
saw that.
man.
I know. I was wanting to mention. I'm glad I remembered that because I wanted to ask you. Lamar was just using everybody, and he like went in there like. And then,
that's the thing that I would say about that game more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing bad to say about either of those offenses. The way they looked, Tucker Kraft.
Fuck yeah.
The way they looked was fantastic. Both of them. Both of those defenses need to be a little concerned.
Yeah, no, I fully
granted, you're against some of the best offenses in the league by facing each other.
Yeah.
But come playoff times, you're going to need those defenses to step up. And this was not a good performance by either of them. It's like you gave up 40, both of you. You know,
they got to tighten some things up.
It's like they
got to button
two
it up.
sides to the game for every team.
There it is. But the other thing is, don't you feel like they do the most damage to each other's defenses? Because all of their games together are littered with 4 and 5 touchdowns.
They just kill each
every
other.
One
it
of
feels
them.
like.
But you know, nobody else usually can hang up that many on the Bills or the Ravens.
Yeah, but
it didn't matter unless either one of them get it done in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so,
they might
which
have to
neither
do
have
in the
been able to
playoffs.
do.
The Bills, they beat the Ravens last year.
I don't
right?
think
And lost
Lamar's
to the
ever gotten
Chiefs.
to the championship game, has he? I don't think so.
It was Bills Chiefs this last year, right?
Yeah. Lamar hasn't done it in the last 6 years. I don't think he's done it.
No.
They've won a few, but...
They've won a few, yeah. They won one this past year, and they lost to the Bills, I'm pretty sure.
I think his record's like 3-3 or 3-5. I don't know what it is. Maybe not that many, maybe. I don't know. They have been there because they've won that division a lot, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they've been there a lot, but...
I thought...
Minimal success as well.
I really thought, like, if you can make that time... Like, the Ravens did fumble it, but I have to give, I think, more credit if it's even a 51-49 thing, and not that it's even that narrow. But I definitely think I would give it to Josh Allen.
because that shit was insane.
The comeback.
Yeah.
You think that?
Oh yeah. How does he plays like some of the most epic, like emotional games in the NFL all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. I'm like, he's definitely a special talent.
Yeah, he's wild. You can't really, that's the thing, like just seeing that game on the slate, like even though neither of those teams are necessarily like my teams or anything, it's like you can't miss that game. It's like, oh man, Lamar and Josh are just both such dynamic players. And I mean, Derrick Henry too. Just watching all those guys, the way that they play the game, it's like electric. You know?
Oh yeah, dude. James Cook's an underrated runner. I feel like in a lot of ways too for the Bills, and like they've just got guys. And Josh is so good that he can make people, just better on the field anyway. Look like fucking $1 million receivers. So I mean, like I don't, and that's the other thing too. We both know because we're fans of the NFL and like the whole sport as a whole anyway. That. It doesn't have to be my team. Like, if I know I'm going to see great football out of teams, whether they're mine or not, like, I am fucking all in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because, I want to see... the game, man. I just want to see some wild, good shit.
It's a bonus if I got fantasy guys in there, but even if I don't, like, if it's a good matchup against good teams or teams that I'm even semi-interested in, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Any of these standalone days, if I didn't have anybody in, I would still watch. I mean, if I had to do something else, I'd be like, well, maybe I could still try to watch it and do it. Because, I love football overall. So I'm like, but whether I have guys in or not, if it's still, or even one team that's going to be sick, like, I'm going to put it on. It's only on for so long. You got to soak it up while it's here. I tell everybody this. I'm like, and nobody's like, but the game is the game, and the season's only around for so long. Like, that's why we embrace every fucking part of it whenever it comes back.
Oh yeah, it's exciting from start to finish for sure.
I tried to soak up everything. Like, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I tried to watch. And there's so many games going on at once. The only game that wasn't on a TV, and they had enough to put everything on, but the only one that wasn't was like whoever the Jags played.
Panthers.
Oh yeah, it was the Panthers. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, that game also got delayed a long time.
It did. But yeah, there was some great stuff, and like the Bucs squeezed out a win. It wasn't like the best win, but I mean, they got the job done, so there's no complaint there. Baker, they're gonna heat it. The last I think I saved the stat earlier. He's had like the most touchdowns. I think the last 3 years he's got the most touchdowns in the league. Like like if you combine all the last 3 years. Baker's man, he's gonna bake. He's gonna throw these motherfuckers.
We shall see.
He's gonna win one for Tampa. Maybe.
Perhaps.
Not if the Packers
tough. NFC's gonna be tough.
It is.
AFC's real tough.
Damn, dude. What the hell is going on? The Packers look really good again.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Packers are bringing it.
It's just so shitty though, because like I said, I love the Packers. I would never downplay like their stuff, but I don't like the constant. They win this game if they win this game and it's convincing like this. Just the upshot of they're going to Super Bowl, blah, 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 and then people be like, the Commanders, their first win wasn't as great, and then they lose this one. People be like, oh no, I think he's lost it. They're going down. Like Jade Daniels. But I don't know. The media loves immediately to just take a stance, whether they flip on it the very next week or the next day or not.
Yeah.
It's like, you just want it to be... this is going to make... That is what it is, though. I have this opinion. Make news.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely...
Oh, man. Love it. That...
I know they jump on and off the bandwagon, sports analysts, so quick with teams. I mean, I guess it's what you gotta do to keep up with the current hot stuff, but it's so annoying. It makes me just hate all the analysts. I'm like, dude,
there's so many overreactions and to just one win and one loss. It's like, dude, man. Well,
Yeah, it's annoying. Well, you want to watch the end of this game here?
hell yeah.
Let's do it. Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It has been quite a day, quite a 24 hours plus.
Yeah.
So, well, we hope everybody isn't too discouraged from our conversation earlier or anything like that. Not that we would have discouraged anybody, but anyway, yeah. So these are just realities of life, and
We're winding into hopefully a more peaceful weekend. A lot of
Yeah.
football on the way. A lot of
it's time for everybody
quarter
to, you know,
season.
and like it's time for us to bitch at each other for something else, like, you know, how, you know, football
Bitch
teams are
about your
doing good.
fandom.
Oh yeah, and you know somebody's team sucks and yours is good or something, you know.
Anything.
Bitch over sports shit. It's a good time. It makes the Sundays more interesting. Although fantasy, man, pisses you off enough.
Some weeks.
It does,
Some weeks you're running hot, man. You're like, hell yeah, my team won. My fantasy team's doing well. Other weeks it's just a down in the dumps week.
Oh, it
You're
is.
like, I'm losing fantasy. My team's just getting their ass whooped.
I gotta have a bounce back week this week, that's for sure. But that being said, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you very much for tuning in. I know we paid homage to everyone lost in the September 11th tragedies, 2001. It was nice to talk about all that again and just kind of pay tribute. Thanks for listening to the good, the bad, and the shits, the movie swap segment, reviewing Bubba Ho-Tep and motherfucking Nefarious. I'm trying to remember everything at once. And then we gave each other Fall and Heretic. Yeah. It's a lot of names to remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, brand new films review. Finally did the Condiments.
Bombing it.
Finally did the Condiments, this or that. That was
Yeah.
definitely a little more dense than we probably thought.
Been in the bucket for a minute. So.
It was, no doubt. Well, we will see everybody next week, and we hope you guys have a great week ahead. Take care of yourselves out there.